It's the city of rock and roll, and this place sure is rocking as they await the start of this one. We're here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the Tennessee Titans and the Cleveland Browns. Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And off we go from Cleveland. Fielded at the 7. Showing a little burst so far. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Get it. Cougar 19. Ready.
The first carry for the speedy Dylan Sampson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock it behind the sticks. Job well done there.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Sampson. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ball game.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 11, Panther 11.
3rd and long for him here. His first throw is an interception. And the Titans get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Coming out throwing. Here's Ward. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd and 10, still at the 28.
Let's go now.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. That one's complete to Chimere DK. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Like it. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
From the red zone on 1st. Escapes the pocket. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Again, Ward going to the air. Throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Lions.
Shotgun snap down to Ward. Oh, my. It's intercepted in the end zone. And the Browns will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready, right?
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Looking to his fullback now. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd down carry for Sampson. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Titans sending out some nickel coverage here. 3rd down.
Cowboy 80.
It's Sampson running out of the gun. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard.
Come on. 70 Timberwolves. Ready. Let's go.
Here's the snap on 4th. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play sent down behind the line.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go. Start. Panther 6.
From the gun, it's Ward. That's caught at the 4. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans go up 6-0 here in the 1st. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 Eagles. Warriors 70.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. This is completed downfield to Likely. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll throw it here on first. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Titans take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And this is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. And it's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
This is Noel. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Titans have a first.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Go.
Running right with Mitchell. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Titans take a 13-0 lead.
Touchdown, Titans.
So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
The extra point is up and through by a loop. And the Titans drive out to an early 14-0 lead. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Has this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Catch is made by Dylan Sampson. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Our score, 14-0. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. As the open man downfield. And he's out of bounds at the opposing 15-yard line. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a Browns first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
From the red zone now. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Okay, ready?
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Set. 60 by Cougar 19.
They are throwing it again. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On the jump.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Hand off to Sampson. This gets the first and more. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns make it a one-score game in the first half. That one splits the uprights. And the Browns chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Round 7.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Titans to the line now. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Ward. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Come on. 60.
Ward's going to throw it. Escapes the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The almost pick hasn't shaken their faith in this offense. They're leaving him out there. Here's 4th down. They're going for this. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
First and 10 from the 32.
19, Tiger, 9, Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready, right?
They'll come out throwing. A pass caught by Tate Dell. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns can tie it up in a second after cutting into the lead. Tank Dell, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Smith on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. Ward, a quick throw, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Tennessee 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
So 1st down from the 41.
Let's go.
Defense showing blitz here. Ward dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
With that down the distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. So long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Very small gain, if anything here, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
Well, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Again, this is Mitchell. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Okay, break.
About set. This is 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go.
Shotgun snap now to Ward. He's got his man. This is Walker. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. A 28-yard pickup there. And the Titans have a 1st.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
From the red zone on 1st. This one's caught. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6.
Now here's a spot where the timing's got to be absolutely perfect, Kate, between the quarterback and the receiver. That throw is made before that receiver's ever thinking of coming out of his cut. Too early, it's incomplete. Too late, and it's headed the other way.
Right side, cut by Davis. And that is a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans take a 2nd quarter lead. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Rolling out to his left. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. Hang with us. More football in Huntington Bank on its way. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Pass. Bronco 80. Chevy Lions. Ready.
They'll give to Sampson here up the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ready up.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Panther 60. Panther 6. Go.
To throw here on first down. Throwing the out route complete. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
Get it. Nice.
Pass play coming here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Throwing out to the left, Cup. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns earn the chance to tie before halftime. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was going to be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird
Ooh.
in the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Or maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, you know, but whatever.
Well, the kids aren't alive, I get it. And they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did. And he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. The Dragon 60.
Off the play fake. Here's Ward. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they had somebody there for that quick stop, but a nice completion gets him across midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
They've run this 12-yard out route gate at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there. You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
2nd and 10 now. Ward. On the right side, Noel has it. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Ready.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
Again, Ward going to the air. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They send a man in motion. He's going to throw it again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Tennessee calling its second timeout now. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Huh.
From the gun, it's Ward. Throws caught. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Titans in the hurry up, trying to get this play off fast. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. On the move, headed right. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Darius Davis to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10. Ward off the play fake. Escapes the pocket. And Ward's going to hit the deck as he gains enough for that first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
Completed to his running back. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Third and just 2 to go.
Ready. 19-18. Ready.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
A gain of 3 yards.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
First and 10 here. Ward. Dump off caught by his back. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is second and inches.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
All set to go now from the 35.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Throwing now on first down. Ward trying for the touchdown. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. Second down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on first down. Second and 10. Here's Ward to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
All right, 2 yards to go here on third down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18 Pioneers, 19 Lions.
Throwing now on third and 2. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
From the red zone on first. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as a quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
Ward, a quick throw, complete. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans make it a 10-point ball game. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's a return from the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Back over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes first and 10. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40.
Let's go now. 70, 18, Rodler, 18, go.
Throwing from the gun. Completed over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. It's a good work to help reset those chains.
Dragon 60, ready.
Working on first down. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Trying to find his tight end. And now it's second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
From the 40, here comes second and 10.
Viking 18. Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns start the second half with some needed points.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. With the route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Browns 48.
Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On return, here comes Davis. This makes it up to the 25. Titans to the line now. First and 10. Going to throw this one. Ward. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Another try from the 25. It's second and 10.
Ready? Panther 60. Panther 60.
Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. To the line. Here's third and 3.
Cougar 19.
Shotgun snap now to Ward. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Okonkwo brings it in. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. The Titans have it with the lead. Just got to hang on for a little bit longer.
At the 41-yard line.
So first down from the 41.
Come on, come on. Back. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Finds him over the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is second and inches. Again, Ward going to the air. Pass caught along the sideline by Mitchell. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. That one gains 7. And the Titans have a first.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Ward. Has it down close. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Tez Walker touchdown. Up the middle, and somebody blocked it. And they'll snuff out that return before it gets too far, so just a block, extra points on the play.
You didn't have to climb very high, Kate, up the mathematics ladder to understand the impact of that one. That block keeps this a 2-score game. So even though you give up a touchdown, you're still in total control. What a disaster to see that kick block right there.
Return starts at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's first and 10.
Let's go.
Starting on the ground here with Simpson. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
Cowboy.
Hand off here to Sampson. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's third down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play brings up third and 4.
Let's go now. Rock Cowboy. Let's go.
Here comes Sampson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I love that call on third down because it just gives you options. The best third down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
Okay.
We've set it downs from the 37.
Ready. 60 Maverick. 60 Eagle. 6.
To the air now on first and 10. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's second and 10.
Here we go.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, and it gave the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Let's Ready, ready.
Throw here, third down. Hits him on the out route. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be fourth and maybe a yard.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the fourth. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Down in the fourth, offense staying out there for this.
Get it. Bronco 80. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready.
Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
First down throw here for Ward. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Unable to find Jalen Noel with that one. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, can sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on. Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket, and when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Tap the 60. Tap the 60.
From the gun, it's Ward. Put the body on the line for his team. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
On first down, they'll run. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Come on, come on.
Quick throw to the left is complete. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
And the Titans, first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Ready? Here we go, here we go. Bronco 80. Let's go now.
They'll try and punch it in. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game.
Here we go.
Titans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points.
You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't launch it in the whole way. And it leaves 2 points on the table.
Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes first and 10.
65.
Airing it out to start this drive. They connect on the deep shot. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. The Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line.
77 Wolf. Cougar 19.
From the red zone on first. He's got it over the middle. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. Extra point try coming. This would importantly make it a one-score game. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the fourth. We've got 75 seconds left to work with here. They have got to come up with this onside kick. And the Titans are able to cover up the kick. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
On the ready.
Tennessee to the line. First and 10.
Go.
Mitchell up the middle. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Ready, go.
Running for the marker on second. And this one is over. The Titans get the first down, and that should finish off this victory for them.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Ready. Stretch the eagle. Stretch the eagle.
Another carry for him. And he's brought